Hi guys, and today is a Beast Handler video. Exciting. So, starting us off, we'll have not a usual video, but instead we'll be having how to use him properly. If you're using like Druid or Beast Handler only, something like that. Or you just don't know how to use him for the early game, late game, mid game. This is how you will do it. So starting off, I'd suggest going for Microraptor and Adasaurus, or Piranha and Barracuda, but I'd suggest going for Adasaurus, as not only can it pop lead, but it's better for group. Like over here, we can send two zebras right there, instantly popped it to yellows and reds, and it's almost done instantly. We left one red, but like that's not gonna matter much. Anyway, so now if we switch it over to Barracuda, over here, we'll have when we send two zebras, might take a bit longer, maybe even a bit faster actually. Still deals with it, but the main issue is the first tier, Piranha. Although it is cheaper, I'll keep it in the same spot. Here, if I do the same thing, it's not good for fast or spaced. For Piranha, now, over here, when we go to Microraptor, when we do two zebras, here it's actually doing, well, a tiny bit better. Wait, what? Oh, whoops. Let's keep it, well, you get the point though. So here, another reason I suggest going for middle path is because of the third tier, but we'll start off going top path. The Great White. Here, it's gonna start latching onto balloons. When the Piranha just slap them back. Like here, I can show you for Moabs. Like for balloons that can't fully eat, it's just gonna latch onto them and deal damage, like that. But here, for ceramics and under, once you start sending some balloons, it's just gonna instantly suck it in. It's gonna take some time though, so if there's like a few, then it's gonna struggle a bit. But as you might have noticed, it also damages the balloons as it's sucking it in, which is useful again to know because it's not going to just be a complete waste of time while it's sucking it in. And so maybe you could use it purposefully, like to suck in one balloon, and then if there's like a lot of weaker balloons underneath, it can just pop it, like so. Now, Beast Power is the most in-depth for top path because here, as I showed you before, it only latches onto Moabs, right? Not really, because once we go to the top path 3 tier, on max beast power, what it can do, it can suck it in like ceramics. Like so. And it actually sucks it in quicker than quicker than ceramics for some reason. I don't know why, but it does. Here, we have the Orca. I did not mean to do that. Now, we have the Orca here. Now, it's actually pretty good. 2 BFBs, what do you think it's gonna do? Latch on or suck it in? If you said latch on because, well, you're wrong. Now, again, more in depth than any other path. If you go max beast power, here. Now, what it can do, it can suck up ZOMGs, which is pretty cool. Send the ZOMGs. Okay, there we go. But after this, I'll show you that it can't suck up a ZOMG natural, but this is crazy because here, the Megalodon, or the top hat, it was the best by far. It could just latch onto a boss balloon and instantly take it out. Then it got a huge nerf, turned it into the worst path. Then a buff again, but I still think it's the worst path. Anyways, I'm not saying it's bad. It's actually pretty goddamn good. Because like, as you saw there, it can take down a ZOMG for like 15k, 30, 60k. Like for 70k, taking out 3 ZOMGs, pretty good. Like, and consistently, I mean. So here now you need max beast power for Megalodon, otherwise it's going to show this. I'll quickly show you for ZOMG that over here, now it can instantly suck it up. It's just going to latch on and damage. Latch on, damage, latch on, damage. And then now it's going to suck up the BFBs, but it did too much damage, but still dealt with it. So 50k for ZOMG, that's not that bad. Now here, max beast power, bam. You need 4 other orcas to be merged to get the Megalodon. And let me just show you this. So here, sucks it in, around 140. And then that's even before the next bad comes in for 140, which is actually pretty quick. Now that's the top hat. Quick skim through. I wouldn't suggest using this over middle path, but when you do, get the great white, and then it can suck up Moabs, but don't set it strong so it doesn't pull in the ceramics. And same thing for Orca and Megalodon, and I suggest only going for Megalodon if you have too much cash and you don't know what to do with it. But here, for Orca, it's pretty good, so again, keep it on strong. Now, we'll be looking at Velociraptor, T-Rex, and Gigantosaurus, which is what I'll be calling it. Now here, middle path, I went too far. Here, as you can see for 3rd tier, it's pretty cheap for what it can do. Like, I'll just show you how it does against a Moab. Not that impressive, but here's the real kicker. Instantly skips past rainbows, zebras, everything, the ceramic layer, and then instantly just damages the balloons. And I did not know that whites move faster than blacks, which is interesting. Anyways, here, that's a Velociraptor. I suggest getting it up as quick as you can if you're going for a Beast Handler only, or if you're using Beast Handler for early game. This is probably the best upgrade for early game. Anyway, for mid game, T-Rex. You wanna know why? I'll show you 63. It can one-shot ceramics, which is already better than Velociraptor. Anything is getting through though. Hold on, I'll just show it with the next batch of cerams. Bam! You can just use the ability to wipe everything in a small radius. But here's the real reason you'd want to use it, even for later rounds like 98. First off, it has a short ability cooldown, but also can stun ZOMGs. But do notice the higher the mob ranking, the less time it has for stalling. And also has a pretty quick ability cooldown, which is also a good thing. And one more time. Anyway, so now the T-Rex, one of the best support stallers, maybe even better than Poppynaut because it's way cheaper. Anyways, here now let's go for the Gigantosaurus. Now one thing you can or will notice right off the bat, I'll just show you the damage. 1-shot fortified ceramics, Moabs, 2 shots BFBs. Now balloons are getting everywhere. Almost global ability. I think the ability cooldown is the same though. 1 tower handled around 98, which is pretty good. I know you could be like, well actually it's 4, but like to get the 5th tier you need the other tree, and the other 3, and they're not even damaging, as you can see here. Anyways, now the stun is even better. Like if I just spam a lot of 0 MGs. There. Look at that stun time. That's like almost 5 seconds, 3 seconds-ish. Which, it might not seem like much, but that's huge. And it almost dealt with all of that. Almost being relative. Now here, I suggest going for this. Like, if you need stallers or like you're struggling to balloons or small Moabs, it's gonna be pretty easy to deal with. So, now, bottom path. So, quick summary. Go for this as soon as you can if you're using Beast Handler for early game. Good stun, so I'd suggest just getting it up. This, pretty good. I'd suggest getting it up when you can. Also, just use it for low tier mobs and balloons. Also, good damage. Now, bottom path. I wouldn't suggest using this for early game. I'll talk about the first tier first. Gerfalcon. Now, perch points. The most vital part of the entire, well, not most vital, but it's a gimmick that revolves around this. So basically, if I send a pink that is at round 1, nope, no, round 5, I guess. This should prove my point better. Hold on, I think I need to set the perch point. I'll set it like back here. Wait, why isn't, Yeah, there it is. Now it's working. Anyways, as you can see, takes a balloon, sends it back to the perch point, and it also deals 1 damage. Horned Owl, basically the only difference is that it can bring back ceramics. And also, hold on, it can also deal with camos. That is one major flaw with the Beast Handler, as this is not a good upgrade for damage and pierce. Because 1 damage with 1 pierce is not that good. And sending it back with camo, as the other 2 paths can't see camo except for the ability Stomp. So this being the only camo detection is kind of bad, but we don't have to worry too much because next up, Golden Eagle. Here it can take up a lot more. Like, let me just show round 38 real quick. This is where they first introduced ceramics, in case you didn't know. And the perch point is not working. It's only working on this line for some reason. Now it's working. As you can see, you can bring back a lot more, and I think it does 3 damage or something like that. Now here, Giant Condor. I would not recommend this for mobs, as you can just go for Great White. I mean, it can already 3-shot Moab if you don't have max beast power, or also Velociraptor T-Rex. Giant Condor just costs too much for what it does, like for only 1 Moab. But I would really suggest going for round 50. But let me just show you this. So now if you have like a recursive cluster in the back, just a 104, and then you play round 50. Oh yeah, one quick thing that I do think needs mentioning, it cannot pop lead until Pukai, I think. Let me just see. Oh, wait. I did not know this, but for max beast power for Golden Eagle, it can also bring back Moabs, which is also pretty good. I guess I can just showcase it. Oh, I need one more, don't I? Yeah, okay, so here. Now I merge all these. Now if we send a Moab, we can bring it back to the bridge point, which is pretty cool. And there we are. Now we can, I did not mean to do that, but we can go back to Giant Condor. It cannot take BFBs, but I think maybe I max beast power. Can. Oh, no, it can take back BFBs. And it can permastall them too. It's already better than the T-Rex because it's permastalling and it doesn't have an ability cooldown because it's not an ability. So here, I just say get it up like in between 40 or 50, one of the two. Anyways, there we are. Now, I don't think you can deal with the OMGs. No. But now, let's talk about the Puakai. Oh, hold on, let's see something. I think it might be able to push back Moabs that max beast power. Nah. That means here, Puakai. This, I think, is still the best beast handler 52. Let me just spam the OMGs here. There. I think that might be a bit too much. But here, it's actually doing a pretty good job of stalling all of them. And it already I think it can handle the entire thing. And it can. So here. Wait, what? This is a 36 power beast or Puakai. Yo, I did not know you could do this. And it is significantly weaker. Alright, so anyways, I did not know you could do that. So here, if you scatter them around the map, then merge with the Puakai, here, now you can keep it in any, you can keep the perch point in any one of the ranges. So here, what you can do, even though his range isn't here, you can keep the Puakai's perch point all the way over here, which is pretty good. Anyway, so if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. And let's see if we can hit 20 likes this time. Last time we hit 15. And also, I'll make a 30 subscriber special when we reach there, 30, 35, one of the two. So just stay in tune for that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.